Hey, what's going on everyone? Matthew from therighttrader.com back again with another cryptocurrency video. Today we're seeing an absolute spiral to the downside in the cryptocurrency markets, but I wanted to go ahead and show you a chart that I actually drew several weeks, if not a few months ago, which predicted this entire move to a T, and I actually posted this chart on my Twitter, which you should definitely go and check out for live crypto trading insights. And basically, as you can see on this chart, there's a few things to keep in mind here. Now, first off, I mentioned the head and shoulder pattern that was forming on Bitcoin. This is a bearish pattern that usually leads to a break to the downside. And guess what? We now today saw the exact completion of that break to the downside. I drew out multiple support and resistance levels that we're going to talk about right now, because in this video we're going to be focusing on Bitcoin. I will be talking as well about altcoins and Ethereum, of course. But just to mention what happened, basically, when we were trading back around $35,000, where we had quite a bit of support, I basically drew out the potential drop zone and also the major support levels, which there were really two major support levels. The first one around 28,600, which did actually become support for a few days, but eventually, right, we ended up sinking lower again, which was fully predicted in my chart here, where I put this green line at $20,000, and I said we are in a downtrend on Bitcoin and could see further downside in the crypto market short term. Any move below 36,000, take a look at what happened back here when we dropped below 36,000, will probably push price down to 26,000. Where did we head next? Literally pretty much $26,000 flat, and we could even see strong buying opportunity if drop continues to 20k BTC. Now, where are we currently at? 22,850. We have not tested 20,000 just yet. That's probably coming with a matter of days. And, you know, in the following few weeks, now there will be an opportunity, you know, to bounce back to 25,000. We could even bounce back to 28,000. But overall, right, we are still in a massive crypto downtrend. And on top of that, once we test 20k, despite the fact that we may see some bounces and volatility, we could still fully, especially considering the speed at which we're falling right now, we could still fully see some of the lower, you know, kind of price target predictions that are expected down to around this 13 to potentially even $12,000 level, right? And, you know, could we fall below 10,000 Bitcoin? I'm not going to say it's impossible. So I wouldn't go thinking that it's impossible that we see 10,000 or even a little bit lower down to 8,000 or so. That could happen, right? We are in a absolute disastrous bear market right now for crypto, and anyone who thinks otherwise is just not experienced in this space. I have been around since the beginning of the crypto rise and the downfall, and I experienced this entire crypto winter, as it's commonly called, in this area here, right? From 2018 all the way to 2020, beginning of 2021. I experienced this entire crypto winter, and let me tell you, this is a very rough time to be in. Why? Not only because the price, you know, falls substantially. You can see that back here we saw about 85% price drop on Bitcoin, which is obviously not fun. But on top of that, right, this was a 2-year period where nothing happened in crypto, right? There was no real movement. There was no real trades to be made. There was no bullish news. There was no really news at all, right? No one was even paying attention to crypto. And I fear that we may see something very similar here ahead, where not only are we going to fall right down to those lower levels, 20, 15, maybe even $10,000 for Bitcoin, but on top of that, right, we're going to be in a slump where not much is happening, volume dries up, and we're just mostly flat for literally years, right? This could last 2, 3, 4 years where we don't really see much momentum at all. Hopefully we get some kind of bounce and recovery sooner than that, but I can't really expect that at this time. Keep in mind, nothing in this video is financial advice, just my own personal opinion. Now, let's talk a little bit about what happened in crypto here in the last few hours, and also quick shout out to my favorite exchange, bit.com, which has been performing absolutely fine during this entire market downfall, and they even have cryptocurrency options, which is one of my favorite things about the Bit exchange, is you can actually hedge yourself through these crypto options, right? For example, buying puts on Bitcoin to potentially make money during the downfall, or at least lower your losses. So definitely check out bit.com, link in the description of this video. Make sure to sign up and deposit, get those free rewards just for depositing. And going back to what's happened here over the last few hours, Ethereum has been performing horrifically. It's falling much quicker than Bitcoin, and it's performing even worse than some of the smaller altcoins out there. Overall, right, absolute red across the board here. Really no coin is being spared. If we're talking about NFTs, same thing here, right? We've seen many of the top NFTs fall at least 16% in the last 24 hours. And that is just to show that nothing is being spared. Big investors are also getting hit hard. Musk and Saylor down a combined 1.5 billion on their Bitcoin buys. Many institutions are down bad. Now, pretty interesting call here from Mike Novogratz, CEO of Galaxy Digital. He said that he expects crypto to see some kind of recovery, right? Potentially a bounce in October. I've seen other people mention that sort of October timeline. Now, why is that? That is sort of one of the times that is expected to when the Fed will be forced to ease the monetary policy and potentially start printing a lot of money again, and basically inflating the markets once again, right? Which is going to kick up Bitcoin and other assets as well. So keep in mind that October timeframe. That is potentially where we could see some type of bigger bounce happen. But for now, right, until then, we're going to see several months of weakness and consolidation, if not more aggressive downside down to those 15 to 12K levels, which ultimately I think could be a peak bottom for Bitcoin specifically. For Ethereum, however, I'm expecting even more downside. We'll go ahead and pull up the Ethereum chart right now. By the way, today specifically, I've seen a little bit of a floor put in for many altcoins, which was pretty interesting, right? Bitcoin and Ethereum kept falling, but many altcoins, even the smaller ones, less good altcoins, actually ended up finding a bit of a floor. Could that be a temporary floor? Absolutely. So be very careful regardless. We broke through this final support level on Ethereum, which was at $1,700 area, and once that happened, you can see a very sharp fall to the downside. If we actually calculate the price move, about a 30% drop here, and which is crazy to think about for Ethereum in such a short amount of time. Literally a matter of just a few days here, 2-3 days, and the drop is not finished, right? We're currently falling lower as we speak. We are at the bottom of this candle, and our next big support level is going to be here at $850. Could that be the end of this drop? Absolutely not. Now, granted, we have a bigger range here for Ethereum than Bitcoin. So once we reach that $850 level, we could start to see a bounce potentially back to 1,200 and then just have some consolidation in this range. But ultimately, we could end up breaking lower and going down to the next big support level of $500 flat. And that is ultimately my personal price target for Ethereum. Could we fall lower than that? It is possible. That would be, if Bitcoin falls below 10,000, Ethereum could sink below 500. That stays a little bit more unlikely, but in that case, we would see around a $200 to $300 Ethereum price. Right now, though, the peak bottom that I'm saying is around 12,000 for Bitcoin and about 500 for Ethereum, right? So those are just some estimations. That's what I see happening right now based on these current levels. Expect some type of bounce at some point here, maybe once we reach 850. Consolidation, we're definitely going to see bounces and consolidation. I'm telling you that right now. So don't think that we're going to fall in a straight line either, but ultimately we're going to see that slump. We're going to see that market panic continue to push further, and could be until minimum October till we start to see some bullish signs pop up again. Any bounce that we do see, though, considering that we got such a sharp drop, it's going to be a very strong aggressive bounce, though, when that moment comes. So that could be weeks and weeks and weeks, but when we hit that bottom, when that bullish momentum starts coming in again, we're gonna recover those losses as well very quickly. So keep that in mind as well. It's not going to be an overnight thing either, but when that bottom is put in, people will start to see those low price levels and take advantage of that. Except if, we are in such a bad economic time for stocks as well, which dropped around 3.5% here in the US stock markets, then yes, we could see, months. This could be one of the worst economic crashes in history. So keep that in mind, right? Riskier asset classes like crypto are going to take a massive hit in times like that, and nothing is being spared, right? The best people, you know, some of the best entrepreneurs in the world are taking massive hits, and many corporations in crypto are freezing job hiring, stuff like that, layoffs. So this is a not only a sector-wide problem, but a you know, just a global economic problem as well, that's causing this to be you know, so aggressive to the downside. In terms of which coins I like right now, the only coin that I would personally feel safe buying at any time during this market downside really is going to be Bitcoin. And alternatives to that would of course be Ethereum, being probably the second safest pick here. And keep in mind, nothing is safe right now, I'd say, in this market condition. Not financial advice, just my own personal opinion. I really like Tron. There was some fears about its stablecoin depegging. I don't think that's going to end up happening. I think Tron, you know, will drop some more, but when it finds its bottom, it's going to be a great buy. That's just my personal opinion. I still own my AVAX. You know, just a better, bigger coins out there are going to be these safer bets. Chainlink is definitely very low here. And overall, those are kind of the type of coins that I'm thinking about. Also pay attention to those metaverse coins. These ones could still fall more, but once they put their bottom, these could fly on the next bull market. So Decentraland Sandbox, I'd say definitely I'm trying to stick to the bigger, safer, more blue chip projects. And even those, right, carry huge amounts of risk right now. I'd say Bitcoin is the only one, and not Ethereum. I'm sorry, I'm not going to put Bitcoin and Ethereum in the same category, right? Ethereum is moving to proof of stake. There are risks with that. There could be FUD. I think that Bitcoin is the only one that's not going to see, you know, absolute destruction right now. And even Bitcoin, right? Even Bitcoin, number one coin in the market, most stable coin, guess what? It's down 23% in the last 7 days. Now, I think we could see a little bounce at 20,000, but regardless, right, I still think we could sink to 15, 12, $10,000. So you got to keep everything in proportion. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe for more content like this. I will keep you updated throughout this bear market, giving you with the best technical analysis around. And keep in mind here, I have been predicting this for weeks. My last video on my channel was literally talking about the bear market, how we could sink lower, and guess what happened? I posted this chart on my Twitter. Make sure to go follow me there. Link in the description of this video. If you want to learn technical analysis, check out my technical analysis master course. Link in the description to that as well. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe everyone, and I'll see you next time. Stay safe. Have a good one.